Hello and welcome back to the Corey TV. Today we are here with TKRL Track Kings Racing League for round 2 in Baku. How's everyone doing? Fee, good to see you. So, I think we are getting pretty close to starting here. And let's take a look at what we're dealing with today. So, one memento. Hope volume's good. Um, so yeah, one sec here. We are in Baku. 26 laps around this 6.003 kilometer track. We've got 20 turns and 2 DRS zones. And a little bit about this track. Well, it's a mixture of wide open and tight and twisty turns, a long main straight. Along the Baku shoreline is a slipstreaming mecca, and with cars able to run 3 abreast into turn 1, the race action often looks more like IndyCar than F1. However, from there, the track loops around into the city's narrow, winding old town, dramatically winding past Baku's medieval city walls. As in Monaco, the slightest mistakes are punished quickly and severely. While set up wise, the teams are forced to choose between downforce for the twisty bits and less drag for the straight. So there you have it. That's what we're dealing with here around Baku. How's the volume? Let me know if I'm too loud. We'll know better once the cars get ripping around. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with today. Unfortunately, I wasn't around for round 1 because there was a time change dealy. Thanks, Fee. And so here I am for round 2. And we'll just quickly take a look at the driver standings while we're waiting here. So it looks like we've got Tad and Matt in first place, followed by Sooner, followed by Matt and Andy, Dazzy in 5th, SC Presence in 6th, Captain Jeff in 7th, finalized. And there's a bunch here actually that haven't scored any points, so it doesn't look like there was many that made it for round 1. There was the England final against Spain, and I think that played an effect. But here we go. We are getting ready to start. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. We'll pull up the constructors' points in a little bit, but we are about to head to qualifying. Short qualifying, and again, just 26 laps for this race today. Let's pull up my race dash and see if I can get some information. So we've got an air temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. Our track temperature is 29 degrees. We will see warmer track temperatures in the actual race. Looks like about 30 degrees, 32 degrees as the race progresses. So it'll get warmer at the start of the race, and then towards the end of the race, look for temperatures in the track and in the air to drop off a little bit. And that's where we're at with that. Pop up some of my info here. We've got our track map. Looks like Clock Boy is actually leading the way. Fastest lap. So now, how's the sound? How's the mix between microphone, my voice, versus engine noises? Can we still hear me? Am I good, loud, clear? Only reason I'm asking is because my last broadcast yesterday found myself a little bit quiet. Okay, good. Thanks, Fee. Yeah, had some audio issues yesterday, and I made some adjustments and hoping that's made a difference. So, Cluck Boy getting ready to start his first lap. Everyone out on track now. Everyone except Captain Jeff and the recruiters back in the pits. First DRS section. DRS is that rear wing flap that opens on the straightaway, creating less drag and about 20 kilometers more per hour speed along the straightaways. As we see Cluck Boy making his way through some of the tighter bits up towards Castle. Hooking up good, taking some curb. And I can tell you that so far Cluck Boy is fastest on track. Oh, looks like Beefcake has set a fastest first sector. So 142.2. As Gilberto has set the fastest third sector. Bilton Matt rear wing open, and he is giving Beefcake a heck of a tow, who goes 2 seconds quicker. With a 140.400. Great lap. So we've got the McLaren sitting 1-2, followed by the Ferrari of Andy and the RB of Gilbert in 4th. Matt is in 5th. Presence in 6th. Dazzy 7th. And Barakter. That's a tough one. Man, sometimes these names get me. In the RB, hasn't set a lap. Boomer is on his out lap, so he is technically started his hot lap, because your hot lap starts well before the finish line. This is the second longest straight circuit on the calendar. Boomer doing a good job. He's got a car to contest with. He moves out of the way. Nice and close, using as much of the track as he possibly can. He's got that car set up nice. Well done through the tight bits. Now we're making our way through the old town here. Taking a bunch of curb. We're getting right up close to that wall. Coming through Castle. Really well done through there. Now that second sector looked quick. Let's see where he puts himself. It's done well. Now making his way across the start finish. Where does Sooner end up? Sooner ends up second quickest. But still, the lead Beefcake has. That's 2 seconds. He's got 2 seconds on the rest of the field here. But Captain Jeff is a quick driver. And we've lost Cluck Boy. But Milton Matt puts himself into 8th. Actually, where'd he go? He goes second fastest. Starting to get tight between second, third, and fourth. Let's see what Captain Jeff has to say about it. Got a caution in sector 2. Perhaps I'm just getting out of the way. 8 minutes to go here in qualifying, and Captain Jeff has backed out of that lap. Potentially due to the caution. He's going into the pits for sure. Into the pits. Gilbert Toe is on his outlap. Dazzy's on an outlap. The other Ferrari, Andy, in the pits. So a quick rundown. Beefcake, Hallie in the McLaren in first place, with Bilton Matt in second, followed by Sooner in third, Cluckboy in fourth, Andy in fifth, the Recruiter in sixth, Gilberto in seventh, Dazzy in eighth, Presence in ninth, Captain Jeff 10th, and man, someone tell me how to say that last name. Barak. Barrackter. I don't know. So Dazzy, about to start a hot lap on a set of mediums. This track, let me tell you, there is a bit more room than Monaco, but not much. Very technical. And yeah, it really is very high speed, but at the same time, pretty twisty and low speed in some spots. There's the castle there as we see it on the left as Dazzy makes his way through there. Balrakter. That's an I. Is that an L? I don't know, dude. Thanks, Pete. If you say it's Balrakter, then I'll say Balrakter. Now, can Dazzy improve? Has he improved? Was sitting 8th, now sitting 7th. So he does prove a little bit. And it looks like built-in mat. Having to contest with the RB there, who probably could have done a little bit of a better job getting out of the way, but it's a tough track. It's not a lot of places to get out of the way. Making his way down onto the final straight. It's not all straight, but it is all flat out. So, may as well be a straight. It's a long time to be flat out. Okay. Back with presents. And I believe this is a flyer. So let's see what he can do. Okay, he's improved through the first sector. just gonna finish sector 2 here, and let's see. And again, he's gone quicker. And let's see. Currently sitting 9th. Gonna cut off a bit of the track there. And stays 9th. Does improve quite a bit. But stays 9th. Not enough. Still a couple tenths back of Dazzy ahead of him. Now Beefcake. I'm not sure if that was a mistake. He did go quicker in the first sector. And I don't know if he's going to improve. Well, I was wrong. What a lap. And I think they got to bring someone in here that can challenge Beefcake. Captain Jeff, there he is. He's close. Goes second fastest. So, I don't know. Alright, there you have it. Let's take a look at our order here. Oh, formation lap. What happened? So we've had a couple disqualified right off the bat? Or will they just be reset to the grid? I think they'll just be reset to the grid. But we've got Beefcake and Captain Jeff on the first row. Second row is Bilt and Matt and Boomer Sooner. Third row is Clockboy and Andy. The fourth row is Gilberto and the Recruiter. Row 5 is Dazzy and Presence, and row 6 is Balrakter. Bayraktar. I don't know. Apologies. Look at our constructors. Haas in the lead with Red Bull and Ferrari. So yeah, next round we should see a few more points on the board for some other teams here. And the drivers trying to get some heat into those tires. Let's take this on board with Captain Jeff. He gets a great launch. Forces. Wow. Okay, so we've got a head-to-head battle between Captain Jeff and Beefcake. Captain Jeff does have the inside, but we have lost Presence. That was a quick one. Not sure if anyone else was involved with that. Do we see damage on anyone else? I don't see any damage there. Looks like some wing damage for the Recruiter. We have a first virtual safety car. Can't really see what's happened. Retired, terminal damage, and some warnings to some people for small collisions. And it looks like they've got that cleaned up, and we are racing again. Captain Jeff got a great start, ekes it out ahead, and again, Beef just being brave, braking later and managing to hold that lead. But here we go, Captain Jeff again attacking. A little bit of a love tap through there. Oh, looks like Bilt and Matt, we've lost some pieces of car somewhere. Don't know who hit who and who's missing that carbon fiber, but I saw some bits go. As they all make their way through Castle, everyone's still quite bunched up except for the back three that have pitted. Oh, only two have stopped. And a Cluck Boy right on the gearbox of Sooner. Looking for a way around, waving back and forth. Goes to the right. DRS wing open. Move done. Up into fourth. Now Beef. Something's happened to Beef. He's dropped down to third place. Maybe something between Beef and Captain Jeff, as Bilt and Matt looks to have been able to take advantage of that and is now our race leader. But Captain Jeff right there, still staying within that DRS zone range. If you are within 1 second of the car ahead of you, you will gain an advantage in those DRS zones. And Captain Jeff. And where's Beef? The two McLarens. Cuckboy and Beef. Trying to stick with Captain Jeff and Matt. Can they work together? Will they work together? Bit of a advantage there as Beef starts to close in on Captain Jeff. The top four are starting to pull away a little bit. As long as Cluckboy can stay there, those top four will continue to pull away from Soonerman. Gap already 2 seconds. But now, a little bit of a battle happening between Dazzy and Gilbert. Dazzy goes a little bit deep, manages to keep it out of the barrier, but pushing real hard to get around Gilberto. Battle for P6. Every point counts, so and we've lost SC Presence, and we've lost Bayraktar, and that is unfortunate. Was there contact there between Dazzy and Gilberto? Gilberto's gone into the pits. Lap 5 of 26. And as we come back up to the front, Beefcake has regained the lead. He was quite a bit quicker in qualifying. If you're just joining us, this is round 2 of TKRL racing here in Azerbaijan, Baku, the city circuit. Beefcake makes his way through Castle and is already starting to pull away from the pack, 1.6 seconds ahead of Matt. And what's happened to Captain Jeff is he's now sitting in P4. All drivers doing pretty well. We've lost 2, but we've had 1 virtual safety car and 3 wide down the main straight. Now Captain Jeff gets his nose in there. Cluckboy manages to hang on to second place, but Captain Jeff does get around Matt. Matt now sitting in P4. Gets his nose in alongside Captain Jeff. What racing. This is amazing stuff. The battles that are happening, unreal. Captain Jeff looking to come back at them. Phenomenal racing. But the longer those two battle, the McLarens are going to start to drive away with this. Your leader, Beefcake Halley, followed by Cluckboy, who is sort of hovering in that one. Well, it's starting to gain a little bit time now. And is he close enough in that DRS zone? I think he is. Where's the detection zone? Does his wing open? So there it is. He was. And Beefcake has to be worried. Cluckboy behaves himself, is nice, and decides, not this lap, let's go. Now this is looking very familiar from the real F1 race I watched earlier today. And now the 2 McLarens really starting to pull that gap. 3.5 seconds to Matt, who has Captain Jeff and Boomer. Sooner all ready to get up in this battle. As these 3 gentlemen make their way through Castle. We are only 7 laps into this race. It feels like it's been a lot longer. There's been a ton of action. Cluck Boy does get around Beefcake this time around. Not too much defending by Beef. But they'll keep working together already. They know they've got that gap up to around 4 seconds. And they just work together. And they can settle this later. In the meantime, it's in their best interest to just work together, keep building that gap, protect that 1-2, and once that's done, then they can figure out who's going to take 1-2. But don't defend, just drag each other around the track. Man, talk about formation driving. Absolutely beautifully done by these two. Now, you see Cluck, gonna let him by. No point in fighting. Drag me down. You'll have the DRS, so. And now, Captain Jeff sitting in P3. But he's been caught in that battle and is now 5 seconds behind the two McLarens. Good drive so far by Matt. He's done well. He's kept his nose clean and taking advantage of his opportunities. Boomer starting to fall back just a little bit. Still sitting in the top 5. I always say top 5. You can't be miserable about that. I'm always aiming for a top 5 personally. Wins are nice, but top 5s are good. And Dazzy sitting there in P6. A little bit in no man's land. But his teammate, Andy, has Gilberto in his sights and would love to grab that 7th place away from him. Just outside of DRS range. But he had plenty of battery to deploy, and he is starting to gain. Not going to be enough this time around, but he has definitely made a dent in that gap and is now right on the gearbox of Gilberto. As the two drivers make their way through Sector 1, we will head back up to the front of the race, where the two McLarens continue to swap places back and forth and build that gap, which is now up to 9, 10, 11 seconds. We've got a safety car out now. We've lost the recruiter. Not sure where we lost him or how we lost him, because this game doesn't give you any features to go find out. So, we're left wondering, but down to 8 drivers, 11 laps into this race. So almost halfway. It looks like the McLarens have stayed out. Meanwhile, everyone behind them has stopped for their free stop under safety car. That McLaren getting awfully close to that Aston Martin safety car. I think they're pushing. I think they wanted to try to get around in time for that free stop, but I think they're committed to whatever strategy they started on, and I think they missed their opportunity. But they've got incredible pace, so stick to the strat. And yeah, hope it pays off in the end with track position. But we won't know till the end. But another lap of safety car. Ooh. Oh. Beefcake gets a 10-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. And disqualified. What? 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 I looked down for 2 seconds. Alright. Well, 7 drivers. How do you get disqualified under safety car? Oh, you didn't maintain your delta in pit lane? Or, yeah, pit entrance? Beefcake said he tried to head into the pits faster. Kind of stupid. Yeah. I think you should have stayed out. Oh. Well, I see. So you got ahead of the safety car while you were in pit lane, and it counted that as passing the safety car and disqualified you. Well, live and learn. That's shitty. Oh man, you were quick too. You were flying. Well, why are we doing another safety car? Wow. That's insane. Halfway through this race. Well, not much to talk about during safety cars. It is a little boring. So, I'm gonna grab coffee. I will be right back. Alright, got my coffee. Sorry about that. And look at what we have here. So, Clock Boy still currently P1, followed by Sooner, who is now sitting P2, followed by Captain Jeff, who is under attack by Matt in the Haas. Gilbert sitting in 5th with Andy in 6th and Dazzy in 7th. Falling back a little bit. Don't see any damage. Yeah, Cluck Boy starting to pull a bit of a gap away, and Cluck Boy, who's gained 4 positions today. Same with Sooner. And Matt just sets the fastest lap of the race, and he is currently the fastest man on track as he gets around Captain Jeff. And is now right on the gearbox of Sooner. Andy on the mediums, trying to stay within reach of Gilberto. Slowly starting to fall behind. The Ferraris look as though they are struggling this week here in Baku. But still, we've got this battle for 4th, 3rd, and 2nd happening here. And it looks like the pack is starting to reel in Cluck Boy a little bit. Gap 2 seconds. So you can see some moving and shaking in the background behind. Looks to me like Captain Jeff just keeps pulling his nose of his car out, trying to get some clean air into the nose of that car. It's been pretty calm, pretty equal on pace. Let's see if any action happens here down the straight. I think Sooner's gonna be in trouble here. Sooner off into the pits. And he pits for a set of softs. Lap 18 of 26. Now, Clockboy, remember, he stayed out during that safety car and is still on his original set of hards. He is going to have to pit. Captain Jeff, however, will be able to go to the end. And I'd imagine Matt will be able to go to the end as well as Gilbert and the rest of the crew. So Clockboy is going to be forced to stop. I don't think he's stopped yet, so there is that, and he's going to lose an incredible amount of time. And again, I think Captain Jeff may have played this perfectly. He should have better tires than... Oh, we have a safety car. We have a safety car. So where's Clockboy? He needs to box. He definitely needs to box here. And could probably go to a set of softs. And give himself still a shot at that win. So let's see what happens. You can see the safety car, the top right of the track map, waiting to pick up the leader of the race here. I'm guessing that... Well, let's see. Do the other two react to the soft? Do they have a set of softs they can use? I'm not totally positive. But there goes Clockboy into the pits. Matt stays out. But Captain Jeff does react and goes into the pits. Set of softs. And so there you have it. Clockboy, Captain Jeff both go out on a set of softs. Those mediums will go to the end. But will they be the fastest tire? I don't know. I'm not confident. But we'll see. Probably have another safety car lap after this, so potentially only 5 laps of racing to go. All right, we have lost Andy. Down to 6 drivers. We're just waiting for Dazzy to catch up to the back of the pack here, and then we will go green at the end of this lap, which will give us 5 laps of racing to the end. It's going to be tough to pick driver of the day. Matt's done well. Dazzy's up 3 positions. Gilberto, though, he has that V-Carb Racing Bull up into P2. And as we make our way down, there should be safety car ending. Yep. So Matt will start to back the field up here as he gets ready to restart this race. 6 drivers remain. Only one can win. And we'll watch Gilbert's reaction time as Matt gets a great start. Great start. Sooner up the inside gets the move done up into P2. Clockboy, remember he pitted for those soft tires. He's got 5 laps to make it work. Up into P3. Captain Jeff has had something happen. He's lost a chunk of wing and has a penalty. Dazzy up into P5, right on the gearbox of Gilbert, who is falling back from Clockboy. Clockboy looking to get around sooner than later. All over the back of him. On board as we... What is going on there, dear? That's it. We don't have any DRS in the straight line speed of that Red Bull. Really stretching its legs. As Clockboy did not have the same speed without that DRS. But now we have DRS activated. Caution in Sector 3. Captain Jeff appears to be struggling. Captain Jeff gets another penalty, speeding in the pit lane, and they have retired the car. Down to 5 cars. Dazzy up into P4 has gotten around Gilbert. Gilberto starting to fall off the pace a little bit here. Dazzy up 5 positions. He hasn't been the fastest on track, but he's been patient. And he is going to gain some great points today just by staying out of trouble. Now, Pluck Boy deciding now is the time. It's not going to be enough. Little bit. He has to back out a bit there. There is a bit of contact. And I would say he was definitely late on that lunge. Luckily, it looks like he's got all the bits and pieces on his car still. But Boomer does have... He's missing that right end plate of his front wing, so he's going to be struggling through the slower corners and may also have lost a bit of straight line speed. But Cluck Boy staying close enough to have another go. Puff of smoke back there. We've got Matt pushing hard, still sitting in P3. And there we go. Cluck Boy takes P1, regains first position. Not much Boomer could do there. At this stage, Matt's just looking to collect the points and get this thing over with. Dazzy. Got a bit of a gap. If he just keeps this up, he should have plenty. And potentially driver of the day. But Cluck Boy too. Cluck Boy's up 4 positions. Has driven a brilliant race. Made a great call coming in for softs on the second safety car after missing out on the first opportunity, and it was really looking like it was gonna haunt him. And then we got that second safety car, and he's made it work. Absolutely brilliant drive. And here we are, last lap of the race. Hope everyone has enjoyed this. Started with 11, down to 5. Baku has a tendency to do that to a field. And I think your top three are happy to just bring it home. Dazzy as well. Just bringing it home. Gilberto. Again, he was fun to watch today. Great job, Gilberto. But here is your Grand Prix winner, as long as he keeps it on the track. Well done to Clockboy. He will be first across the line. The McLaren garage will be ecstatic after losing Beefcake to a technicality. But there you have it. Followed by Sooner, P2, great drive. Followed by Bilton Matt. Also had a great race. Dazzy coming across in P4, well done. And Gilberto. To take P5. Congratulations, all the drivers that finished this race. I mean, Cluckboy gets it. Driver of the day, Cluckboy. Not surprised. Not surprised one bit. So there you have it. There you have it. Clockboy on the top step of that podium, followed by Sooner and Matt on the third step. As we see the boys celebrating. So, here's how it finished. Clockboy P1, Sooner in P2, Matt in P3, Dazzy P4, Gilberto in P5, Captain Jeff in P6, Andy in P7, Beefcake finishes P8, the Recruiter P9, Baraktar in 10, and Presence in 11th. So, there you have it. There you have it. I want to thank everyone for watching. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed today's race. Lots of overtaking, lots of passing. And yeah. We'll see you next week. And we will be... I don't know. I should... take a look at that schedule. I don't know where we're going to be. Thank you, Fee. But for now, I think we're going to sign off and go enjoy the rest of the day. I've got some barbecuing to do later. A little bit of yard work. So, we'll see you next week for more Track Kings Racing League. Thanks for watching.